Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure. So I warned you guys that we would be talking about the mini bike separately. I bought this at the Stormville garage sale flea market. I spent $120 on it. It was a barn find. Actually, it was a pair of barn finds. The guy who had it and its sister, brother, sibling, whatever, had them for years and years and years. He told me that this was given to him by a neighbor. Well, they were both given to him by a neighbor. This one came as a basket case. I guess somebody was moving or throwing things away or however it worked, and it was taken apart. It looks like it was taken apart to be painted. It was never painted, obviously. And he got this one in that shape. The other one was complete. The other one looked like a little Indian or a Rutman, and it was complete, including the vintage motor and so forth. It had a couple of things off of it, like I think the seat was off of it. He sold the other one for 50 bucks. This one he wanted 120 for because he put this back, I don't know, what is this? Like a 2000 Tecumseh, 1998, 2005. Let's call it 2000 plus or minus 5 years on the Tecumseh. He bought that new and put that engine on there. That engine theoretically has never been run, that 3 horsepower Tecumseh. So I wanted it for a lot less than 120, but that's the best I could do. I'm showing this to you and letting you look at it for a little while because I'm hoping that somebody recognizes it. This is the right gas tank for it, and one could tell that because there's screws that go up from the frame to the gas tank and rubber grommets. So that is the right gas tank for it. It does not have shock absorbers, but what it does have is springs. These springs just go into the tube, right? It doesn't appear to have hydraulic dampening. Same here, right? There doesn't appear to be any rubber seals and oil and all that kind of stuff to dampen the response to the bump, right? The bump compresses them, and then the response is it should dampen with the shock absorber. Obviously, they put a Suzuki seat on it. In some respects, the tilty motor thing, that's kind of a rough thing. The torque converter to a reduction gear, which puts everything in line for the suspension, that's kind of a Rupp thing. I've not seen where Rupp has done the bolt together on the handlebars. Normally Rupp likes to do a triple tree with a plate on top, with the handlebars being one, and having U-clamps hold the handlebars on. These do appear to be the right fenders. That might even be the right brake on the back. The brake and the on the back wheel hub go together. So anyway, here it is. I spent 120 bucks on it, barn find and all that stuff. If I had to guess, the orange color and all, that's more of a 70s color than a 60s color. So I'm thinking it's probably from the early 70s. If I had to guess, it came out of a Sears catalog, but that doesn't tell you who made it. The front tire looks like it's the one that should be on there. It's a tube type, so sometimes that helps determine when it is. I want to show you without getting in, casting a shadow on it. Can you guys see that? So Kenda. So that's the front. Let me spin it around. Sometimes when you see the writing on it, now I'm going to get out of the shadow. So 3.5 by 10, 4-ply rating. So I think, oh, one other thing, it does have a Department of Transportation number on it. Sometime one could look up some of that stuff and get some information. So I think that's the right front tire. It looks correct. This back tire, I'm not sure what the story is on that. That just looks bizarre. It says Fox Corporation. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, right, Fox Corporation. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a Fox. And give me a second. And this is a 2.5 by 10. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, I don't know. I look at that back tire. It looks mighty small. I kind of like the look of that tire better. But it doesn't, well, maybe that is oversized. The fender rides on the same thing, so if you go over a bump or anything, you're not going to drive the front tire into the fender. But it's just surprising that, given that's the case, that, well, in the back though, the fender's part of the body. And if you put that big a tire in the back and then went over a bump, you might just be able to oh god, to bottom out. So anyway, if anybody can identify this thing, I would be pleased. My track record with mini bikes, really not very good. I kind of have a tendency to buy them and then they end up put away somewhere because they're relatively small and light, and I can pick them up and put them away somewhere. But if I find out that this actually is worthwhile, perhaps it would be interesting to put together. My lean would be to get rid of that Tecumseh engine, which is not period correct anyway. So it should go over the side. It should be, the correct engine was probably a 3.5, 4 horsepower Tecumseh, real Tecumseh from yesteryear. If I could get a Predator to fit under there, that's what I would put in it. Why? Because it's easy. Or a Honda, if I could get a Honda under the hood there, that's what I would lean to put into it. If somebody sees this and says, hey, I gotta have it, I want to offer you crazy money, you know, contact me and we'll talk. I'm not identifying what crazy money is. I told you I got 120 into it. This was really forget really the only big thing. This, other than this, I spent $10 on a package of batteries. Everything else was $1 purchases. So anyway, so once again, first thing, if anybody could identify this thing, I'd really appreciate it. Secondly, you know, give me some information. Does it have any value? I mean, it might be a Fox. That's what the back tire has written on it. So, and what else could I ask for? I don't know, opinions. It appears to be pretty well made. It doesn't appear to be cracked. though the front forks do, if you look at it closely, you can see the front forks have a slight pushback to them. Not major, but a slight push. This would be, from back in the day, more of kind of a little better of a mini bike. It has suspension, it has gear reduction, it's got a little style to it and all. This would be a step up mini bike. The brakes are a little better. You know, it would be, this would be a little bit better. So I don't know, MTD. It could be any of these things. So let me know what you guys think. I want to thank you all for watching and commenting. I've been showing you this side. And watching, commenting. I appreciate the kind words, the advice, the info you guys give me. Yeah, to me it looks like, once again, it was taken apart, and then like these foot pegs are too big for it. Right? Those carriage bolts are not proper. I think the engine truly has never been started, but even though it's a new Tecumseh engine, I'm thinking its value is somewhere around nothing or less. I mean it's worth whatever an engine's worth to somebody. Okay, once again, thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing. Please keep your feet down, keep your heads up, and get out and enjoy each and every day. Bye now.